My interpersonal communication design. Hi, my name is Kimberly Stanfield. Today I'm going to be discussing with you my interpersonal communication design. This is for my class Hsco 508 offered through Liberty University. Interpersonal communication means collaboration, choices, culture, identities, conversations, and nexting. I am the daughter of the beautiful Barbara and Harold Stanfield. I have a beautiful son named JJ, and I am expecting my second child in late January. I currently work as a qualified mental health professional and a psychiatric tech. I am a loving, caring person who loves her family. Overarching goal. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish man despises his mother. My overarching goal would be to pursue God's plan for my life, to help and to serve his people, to share his word, to be willing to accept others and their indifferences. Otherwise, I would like to be a great counselor and therapist, a profound book writer, a great mother and wife in accordance with my family. Enlarging conversation. Enlarging conversation can be understood in the sense of keeping the conversation going with two important goals. HSCO has influenced the discovery of my definition to enlarge a conversation, and it means that it has assisted me in developing approaches around measures such as culture and religion. Backgrounds and blends. My background was very strict. My father raised us as four girls to be very independent and strong-minded, whereas my mother taught us to keep God first and to work very hard, and more importantly, to believe in ourselves. I was sheltered a lot from the worldly means of life and didn't experience it until I took flight in college in 2006. Surprisingly, very little research examines why diversity training works. My background influenced matters of me conversing in the sense that I've always came off as being a very headstrong person, which in fact has caused some people to take me as being cocky and conceited. Negative and positive effects. Positive effects of my background is that I've always been able to stand up in what I believe is right, and I've always been sufficient in voicing my point of view. Another positive contribution would be that I am always able to deal with people of all sorts, and I am not quick to preassume anything about anyone. I give everyone a chance. Negative effects and measures would be that a lot of people take me as being negative and conceited because I believe in being self-reliant and doing things for yourself. However, I do realize everyone isn't that fortunate. Another negative effect is the fact that sometimes I feel like I'm just too nice because I've always had a heart to serve and help those in need. And people that get that about me tend to overstep their boundaries with me. This is sometimes difficult for me in regards to means of sympathy because I don't show it or have a tough time showing it when I feel a person is capable of doing better or they aren't giving their all. Behavioral blends. The behavioral blend that I tested for was S, meaning I expect to be sensitive and more submissive on one hand, and on the other hand it adheres to me being very loyal, friendly, and individual on an individual basis. On the positive approaches, I am successful in working and dealing with all types of people. I am very down to earth and easy to get along with. On the negative flip side, people tend to take my kindness for weakness and take advantage of the positive aspects of my character. Behavioral blend is the combination of personalities and influences of different types of behavior. S blend. My passion is to help aid others. I am seen as being steady, stable, and very loyal and a great encourager. Potential barriers. Some barriers that I found conclusive to my issues regarding interpersonal skills was exposed barriers, fatigue barriers, and semantic barriers. Fatigue barriers involve different times of day in which one may lose and gain more energy. Semantic barriers are issues concerning a person's upbringing and their life and the way they choose to purposely express objectives. Handling fatigue barriers. My approaches to handling fatigue barriers could be adjusted by making sure I eat and take care of myself properly so that I can direct my attention on the important objectives of life. When I begin to feel myself drifting and becoming tired, I remember to respect and give my full undivided attention, recall my purpose, and redirect my actions in regards to paying attention. Silence is also another barrier that is overlooked. Another example of nonverbal behavior that can have several interpretations is silence. Burley Allen. Handling semantic barriers. We make judgments about people based on how we understand what we see and perceive. Burley Allen. Be careful to not jump to conclusion. Respect other people's points of view regardless of how I feel about the topic, and be thorough in research and acknowledge interpretations are based on background knowledge. Noise pollutions, internal and external. Noise pollutions are excessive, displeasing human, animal, or machine-created environmental noises that interrupt or disrupt the activity or balance of human life. Internal and external factors. Emotional listening and selective listening are both internal factors. And emotional listening is allowing emotions to overtake the task at hand and what is being discussed based on how you feel. Selective listening is hearing only what you choose to hear. External factors are things such as loud noises and room temperature, whether it's too hot or too cold, and loud noises can include things such as agitated listeners, clocks, alarms, and other conversations. Solutions. Don't watch the clock consistently. Ask questions to have things clarified for better understanding. Try to avoid rushing. Don't allow past emotions, feelings, and experiences to reflect and encourage the outcome of your decisions, and avoid being judgmental. Action plan. I plan to take everything I have learned in this course and apply it to my personal life as an efficient communicator. I will make efforts to actively listen to others and avoid selective listening in any ways necessary due to the fact it has been something I have struggled with in the past. I respect the talker at all times by applying proper eye connection, asking questions, and more importantly, waiting until it's my turn to speak. Action plan. I will make efforts to connect with the talker on all levels professionally without getting emotionally involved in my personal matters. I will adjust the measures of my surroundings and making sure I can eliminate minor distractions and focus my full attention on matters at hand. I will accept everyone's culture and ethnic oppositions regardless of whether I personally uphold them or not. In concluding my project, I will talk about my plan of actions and how the appliance of those will help me in becoming a better person with my interpersonal skills. Actions applied. When applying these actions, I feel like I will be better at being attentive to others, whether I agree or disagree, and find the content interesting. I will be successful also in delivering speeches and respecting other efforts and concerns. I will easily adapt to my surroundings and always be able to give my full undivided attention.